will go in now. There was that KL fast ban that I was mentioning before. Now, Braveheart, what are you going to do? Do you go down the Zeratul path? Do you go down the Jaina path? These are two big threats that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
And then they go for Azmodan. Wow. Okay. That's a little bit unexpected. And then MVP Black just gets to pick up Zeratul instantly? I mean, oh, no.
They're going to be pretty happy about this for sure. The thing is it's Tomb of the Spider Queen. Chinese teams, they seem to not just love Vala, but they like to play pretty aggressive. So if they draft accordingly here and play some good rotating heroes and, you know, they're well synchronized and all that, they may be able to do well. Like that. This is definitely one of the maps where I would say if you gain momentum and, you know, you're playing as a good 5 and you're fighting a lot and doing well, you can definitely beat a team that's even possibly better than you, which in this case I do think that MVP Black is quite a bit better than Braveheart from what we saw in the first game.
Well, at least Braveheart gets Jaina and Johanna, so they do have two big power picks there on their side. But at the same time, I may have even preferenced Johanna or one of those over Zagara for actual vision control, for actual space control. MVP Black, Uther, and Vala. Huh. This is...
Vala's coming back in full force, man.
Apparently, yeah. For the Asians, at least. I mean, of course, you see her a lot in the EU draft, in the EU drafts towards the end or the latter parts of a draft, but not as highly contested as this. Not in the earlier stages, that's for sure.
I like the Uther pick. Uther's been doing pretty well. Like players of a high level in those teams, you know, and when they practice together a lot, like they know very well how to save their teammates. You know, they know who's kind of likely to get caught. They know how to save them and all that. So it's definitely one of the good picks out there to be able to do well if it's played accordingly. And I think right now in the meta, you think he's the best healer?
Uther?
Yeah.
Certainly up there. Certainly.
Now that Brightwing completely fell off the map, and Rhaegar, even though he's a good healer, is pretty darn fragile. Uther's definitely been doing pretty well.
Yeah, very much so. Like, Uther, Rhaegar, Malfurion for me. Maybe even Rhaegar over Malfurion right now. I'm starting to, like, go towards that path. You have the... Oh, okay, so everything's sorted out. Whoa! All right. What? So...
Tassadar? Are they trying to counter Zeratul?
I guess so, yeah.
I don't think you get the quicker Oracle cooldown talent, though. Do you?
Mental Acuity at level 4. You could do. Sorry, I'm a little bit thrown off by the fact that this keeps crashing and we keep just having them all come in, because there's so much to talk about considering how it's just chopped around. So the bans were Tyrael and Rhaegar. MVP Black trying to block them out of healers.
Do you think they might get Malf here as a support?
I would love to see a double support comp here from MVP Black and then force Braveheart.
No, I mean Braveheart.
Oh.
I don't think that Black will get. They need a tank. And
I think they have the damage that they need in Valor and Zeratul, but
yeah,
technically, like,
I think
if they get a good VP.
They need like either a specialist or like an assassin, I think. I don't think that they have anything to combo Tyrande with too well. They do need a tank. I wonder which one they're going to get. Probably Muradin, if I had to guess. Maybe TC. And then another good assassin they could get. There's Nazeebo. On this map, I haven't seen too much Vikings. It's really, I guess, team dependent. They did really well, to be honest, with Hammer, but... So I guess Malf Hammer from them... Oh, no, never mind. I have the Uther.
For me, the Tassadar pickup at the very end here for Braveheart, I'm surprised that MVP Black didn't actually ban that. Because I go with what you're saying. I don't expect MVP Black to pick up a Malfurion here. Like, I think that they could, and then just make it hard for Braveheart, but then... You know, it does take away from a little bit of the power. They go for ETC and Muradin. Oh, my God.
Whoa.
But the thing is that technically, Tassadar is great, not only against Zeratul, but also getting mental acuity anyway. Vision is very important on this map, and neither team even looks at Zagara. It's, this is very interesting. Very interesting.
You're loving it, aren't you?
And they finally give them off at the end. All right, I am loving it, man. It's pretty crazy to actually watch how this plays out.
Do you think there's any chance we're going to see Divine Storm instead of Divine Shield here? Maybe a Wombo. Void Prison, Divine Storm, Reign of Vengeance, Mosh Pit.
Might as well try something. I mean, the 2 tanks on this map, what purpose are they really... it's interesting. The thing is,
tank.
I haven't seen ETC for so long, so long, in this patch and the last one really, because the rework really hit him hard compared to other tanks. Yeah. So
Haymaker maybe.
Haymaker, let's go for that. I'm okay with that. If we see some Haymaker, that'd be fantastic. And the map was Tomb, right? Tomb of the Spider Queen, yeah. So
yeah.
Spider. Okay.
If you go for... I really wonder if Tassadar will go for mental acuity on level 4, because then he has the very quick Oracle. Reloads. It reduces the cooldown by 15 seconds, but then the thing is, if he gets that, he has to give up Promote or Healing Ward.
I'm totally fine with that.
Is it really that much better?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, man. Promote's taken a bit of a beating in this patch. And
yeah,
then
Healing Ward is sick.
Is it?
It heals. Keeps people alive. You just pull back, you heal them. You know. Standard business.
Standard business. I gotta go for mental acuity. I think it's really good. Like, coming to what we were saying about keeping Zeratul in check, and also being able to spot on the very outer edges of your your Oracle, like when they're actually gonna try and turn in, because neither team right now has proper vision controlling mechanics.
Yeah.
Unless Malfurion goes for scouting drone, I should say.
I want to know what this guy's keyboard and mouse is like.
The mouse is fantastic.
I'm just digging it so much. Oh, the keyboard. What about the keyboard? He looks like a spaceship.
What is it? I don't know, man. I don't know.
He's like the only one too who has that. Like,
the
rest of the team, they're like, "Can you calm your disco here?" Like,
it's like when they're in the team house and they're playing late at night, and they just like he's the only guy left up, and they think they're going to be about to be abducted by aliens because of all the glowing lights from the other room. It's like, calm down, mate. Oh dear.
Look at MVP with their water bottles, staying hydrated. Oh, did you see that? They all grabbed the keyboard at the same time. Here we go, Kylars.
Game number 2. We have a little bit of lag on the stream. I do apologize for that. It is our clean feed. As we have game number 2 with Braveheart this time on the left-hand side. And it will be Tresor going to be on the Johanna. It's going to be Bao 7 on the, or Yizbao on the left. And we have Exelia on the Tassadar, Lucian on Sylvanas, and Sai going to be playing on the Malfurion. Then we have Sake, Vala, Kaicha on Zeratul, Meriday on Uther, Lockdown on ETC, and finally Sign on Muradin. It's a real struggle to do that as quickly as I need to.
I think these teams are easier, though, with the nicknames.
A little bit.
Scouting Drone on Malfurion.
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
What do you mean? Last game you were saying something else.
Well, Tomb of the Spider Queen's different, man. You got to have the vision for these turning points, so you need to keep eyes on those. Also, the bushes between the middle lanes are pretty irritating.
You got an answer for everything, don't you?
I do, man. The different maps play in different ways. Ooh.
Actually, it's a 5-man here from MVP in the middle of the map against just a 4 of Braveheart.
You're not immortal here. Ah! Death.
I mean, it's nice to get a kill here, but they're not soaking on the lanes. And you know how I feel about people who don't soak on the lanes, Kylars.
True, but how much are they really losing? Actually, quite a bit up towards the top.
And the gems even.
All right. Well, let's take a quick look over the talents and see if there's anything else ordinary. We have Reach once again coming in for Mr. Uther. Other than that, looks like auto attack build's going to be hitting us for Valor. So
yeah, I really like Regen Master on Zeratul here because you can pretty much anticipate that Uther is going to be busy saving somebody else. So having your own regen to work with is going to be helping a lot.
You know, it's going to be really interesting to see actually if the Zeratul does go down the auto attack build, because
Yeah, he will. I mean, when you open like this.
Yeah, I mean, he should be doing right, but obviously that build was constructed in Europe, so and then it just became popular from that point on, and it's really gained a lot of momentum from there. So Volt, previously of Team Rocket, was actually the one to really kind of popularize that.
I don't know if I would go as far as saying that he got inspired by Show Volt, but
No,
yeah,
probably not that one particular, but other games being seen.
What do you think about Reach?
It's cool. I think that, you know, Uther doesn't really have too many mana problems later on in the game, so Conjurer's Pursuit is something that you can sacrifice at the benefit of being able to be in a better position for you as the team healer. But sometimes you do like to have stuns, and then sometimes you're in the thick of things anyway, right? So
yeah,
it goes for goes.
Braveheart quite a bit behind actually in gems. They're on 23 against the 37 of MVP Black, who's waiting to pay, I think, everything at the same time, pretty much.
Yeah, it looks like it at the moment. Vampiric being taken.
Look at that. This guy's nickname is Lockdown. He's going to go in.
And he will lock down. Good stuff. Being able to follow on up, shut them down. Another kill goes their way. Jaina this time the target.
Yeah, Sylvanas at bottom is actually like needs to be careful all the time. Actually, Zeratul and ETC right now are jumping her. She's going to Haunting Wave away, but barely. That poor Lucien.
Important to save those 11 gems, especially when the rest of your team is up towards the top. That
47 here for MVP Black. So I think they're going to go for a payment here in a second, but not before trying to fight and getting a kill.
How do they keep getting these kills towards the middle? This is ridiculous. How they should not be letting this happen. The power slides from ETC, they're really using them very well to control these bushes. And as I was saying before, on a map like this, on Tomb of the Spider Queen, the scouting drones have to be in place. Otherwise, this is going to happen time and time again. They're not controlling their vision properly.
Yeah, I think like they're not really letting it happen though. MVP Black, they were ambushed, and then every time somebody came forward, they got killed. Still paid 0 out of 50. They did let that payment a lot.
It looks like they all want to turn in at the same time, like you mentioned. But they could intervene, just like slowly turn them in here to try and make something happen.
One good way to do it, I think, is to wait for level 7 and then go for it. If you pay too early as well, like, I don't think the spiders are going to be like that strong, so I think it's okay to wait a little bit, but then they're exposing themselves to letting Braveheart pay first. Look at this, 49 out of 50.
Here comes the rotation again as well, as they're going to lock down Johanna. They actually look to target her specifically. And ETC was a little bit slow on the uptake. Like he is down towards the bottom, but he wanted to initially move up there. But they realized with the scouting drone position, as well as it being Tassadar as the target, it was going to be difficult to do.
I like that, you know, both teams, they are trying to be very diligent in terms of soaking. Both of them have enough. They haven't turned a single gem. For some reason. Both of them have enough to go for a first full payment, but Braveheart, since they're losing here a little bit, they definitely can't move out and can't make that happen. MVP going to start focusing some of their energy here on trying to turn in. Braveheart doing a pretty good job so far of making sure that doesn't happen.
And for now, MVP just sticking around here towards the middle. They've collected so many gems, and they could have technically had a few turn-ins. Oh, a great blink forwards there to be able to catch Johanna right in the middle of things. Beautiful, beautiful positioning there by MVP, just to be able to lock her in and guarantee the kill.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, it's only 36 gems here for Braveheart. Even if they turn those in, they're going to be still pretty far away from the 50 that they need. And now I'm pretty sure that MVP Black here, they're going to be trying to pay here in a second. And here we go. The first Web Weaver, Skylar, is your favorite moment.
No.
About to come in.
I can't do it. My voice, my throat already hurts.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, buddy.
I mean, your favorite moment, like the way Weaver's coming in.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to ask me to replicate it in Chinese, and I'm like, wait a minute.
In Chinese? Is it even in Chinese?
Yeah, it is.
Do we hear it?
We briefly did before, yeah. Oh, wow. That level 7 talent on Jaina is very uncommon, and I don't even know what it is. It's that uncommon. Daolandue. There you go. That was enough. So,
yeah, almost one full level ahead here for MVP Black. They've got a lot of momentum here in this game. The struggle's gonna get even.
Oh, he almost got blown up before he dimensional shifted out. Gotta be careful there, Tassadar. These rotations are going to keep happening. MVP Black is just all over the map right now, really working as a cohesive unit to really just find good picks where they can.
It's not looking nearly as one-sided as the previous game, but they're still putting in the work here, getting very, very close to level 10.
All right, well, yeah, that level 10 approaching soon is going to help them out a lot. I would love to, you know, just kind of cruise through the talents. Oh, and they even get themselves a Sylvanas off the back because you'd already used Haunting Wave. But again, we are on a piggyback broadcast, guys, so we are just waiting for them to get the stuff done.
It's the Web Weavers are almost done here. Actually, yeah, they just all died. Level 10 against 9. Braveheart's gonna have to be careful here. If they get engaged, you see they pull all the way back actually around their hard camp here and regrouping around the top. They need to make sure that they soak that before. MVP fully know that. Much like in the previous game, they get a fort, knowing that there was no way for Braveheart to engage. And I really like teams that actually go for the easy camp like this. I feel like this is too neglected.
Yeah, especially when you open up the bottom lane with that fort going down. It gives you a lot of room to do that. Level 7 was actually Frost Armor, of all things, for Jaina, so that will help her out a little bit in survivability, but...
It's a spell from Warcraft 3
that
the Lich had.
Ah, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, this makes a bit more sense in regards to what it actually is, but, I mean, you're sacrificing quite a bit of extra damage there on Jaina. Very crucial damage as well from the chill increase of damage, so... Yeah. It's interesting to see that come out.
I don't think we can be surprised.
Oh my God.
It's more speed, by the way. And both teams again here are going to go for engagement. MVP Black's 11. It's the level 10 of Braveheart. They are very good at fighting, like, you know, very cleanly every single time.
Yeah, it does okay. And the thing is that despite the power slide actually being used so well to actually lock down, he didn't go for the power slide increased range at level 1. So he's still finding these angles, even a slight disadvantage to the more common build that we saw from ETC when he was played in the meta in Europe here like a few months ago.
Yeah, gem-wise, we're at 40 against 29. And yeah, both teams are going to be trying to collect a few more to go for the next payment. But right now, the Web Weavers from MVP Black are still active.
They just have control. They just have full control. Trying to drop the stun in there, and I think it was cleansed away very quickly, but it's not going to be enough to save themselves. The Jaina, the VP as well, onto Malfurion, knocking him out of that position. We should be able to get the kill on him. That's a great route, though, there by Malfurion, with the tranquility to actually aid on out. And Tassadar here, trying to go to work. He already got himself the ETC. MVP Black has to back off.
He's dead, right? Muradin.
Is what right?
He's dead. Isn't he supposed to die here?
Oh, he's dead right now.
If they are chased...
He should have died, maybe. It's a bit difficult, though, for, I think, the composition that they had left to actually chase him down. Not very quick.
I guess.
But at least
I thought in that moment, like, they would definitely get him, but opting against chasing, I guess. 55 gems here for Braveheart, who definitely would love to turn in, but look at this. Closing in on level 13 very quickly.
Yeah.
Even clearing one of the... Oh no, that wasn't camp, never mind, they just pinged it. They were thinking about it, but I think they realized that if they do that, payment is going to be a very real option here for Team Braveheart, and you don't want that to happen.
Not going for Wormhole at level 13 is Zeratul. I'm not even quite sure what that is either, actually. Because Wormhole is just the most common level 13 talent here for Zeratul. Anything else is a little bit odd, because it does not having Wormhole does take away from his poke slightly here.
Yeah, it means that you need to come in and then get out after using your spells or even attacking for a little bit. So that was Assassin's Blades.
Ah, okay, now, yeah.
Apparently, so you gain 25% basic attack damage for 5 seconds when breaking permanent cloak. So he's really going for that huge damage.
Yeah. And just, he's like wanting to walk in, do the damage, then just blink out.
And you get 10% increased movement speed while stealth from permanent cloak.
Okay.
So it's going to be a pretty sick ninja.
Yeah, very interesting to see that. Because technically, you're doing even more damage with the auto attack build with that.
Yeah.
But it comes at the sacrifice of being a little bit less mobile. So, cool. Interesting. Well, level 13 is kicking in now for Team Braveheart. And not too much craziness. A
That
bit more
is
into Iron Skin.
MVPs, right?
This is MVPs, I believe. No, it must be Bravehearts, unless they dropped a ton.
It's Bravehearts. Finally, so they got a turn in. That wasn't really supposed to happen, I think. MVP gave them enough room for it to happen.
Yeah, did okay.
So they're gonna have to defend here for now.
And just putting on crushing pressure against the middle one, though. And then from there, all the way, Web Weavers are pushed so far back in the other lanes, it's not going to matter too much. All they have to do is rotate top, clean that one up, and then not even care about the one towards the bottom, because it's really not going to do much with this position at the moment.
How many gems have they on?
15 against 33.
So how do they have just 15?
Not sure.
I thought they had more. Not too long ago.
I guess
I don't think they should be fighting with 14 against 13, but they are so confident and they have so much momentum that I think they might just anyway if they have an opportunity.
All the lanes have been so far pushed up, and they also got quite a few gems turned in while the other turn-in was going on, I think. So the 53 of their gems are still invested in. They're actually going to go on to boss while the turn-in's going on. So now it's very, very clear where they are. It's 14 against 14. They're rotating up. They know this boss is being done. Can they do something with this? Zeratul on the other side. They're going to avoid Prism, trying to buy time for this boss to be done. Going to drop down the Rain of Vengeance as well, but it's going to be very, very close. Johanna tried to get on there as Wailing Arrow. They almost managed to save it off, but Archon was pushed away by the tornado still. But the Mosh Pit catches a ton of them. It's not enough, though, as Braveheart will try and get a few more kills for themselves. ETC in trade for Sylvanas. Valor goes down as well. Oh my god,
I didn't think that was going to happen here. They did get the boss, though, here, MVP Black. They're still ahead on experience, closing in on level 16. I guess they lost 2 guys, they killed 1, you know, not the end of the world getting the boss. If they had lost a few more guys and even up the experience, then that would have been really bad. But now they're still going to get 16, while Braveheart is just closing in on 15 here. And they're pushing at the bottom. Every single time that there is, you know, they have a little bit of time like this, they always go to a lane, try to push it as much as possible, and then try and evacuate on time. But I think Braveheart is engaging, and okay, Malf kind of came in from behind.
I'm just going to have to back off for now. They don't really have the full pushing force that they need with Valor and ATC up towards the top. And for now, at least they've got their level 16 Stoneform, Benediction, double bombs. And that
Who's the observer,
well.
guys?
Who is the observer?
Let's send Liam Neeson for him.
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. But anyway, Rain of Vengeance again onto no targets. Iron Skin was able to power on through that Rain of Vengeance. So very, very easy for Braveheart to just keep going from that. And they can't really do too much can MVP Black because Uther is almost dead. So
yeah,
that will buy Braveheart quite a bit of time here to catch up for level 16.
I think MVP Black, if they fight, like if they take a very clean fight, they were gonna win, you know, very clearly almost every single time. They really have to like make mistakes for them to lose the fight. They can actually wombo. If they hit a very good Void Prison and then they go for a mosh pit behind it, it's gonna be pretty nasty.
Yeah, they could. They definitely could. And we see Prescience as well as Dimensional Warp been taken for Tassadar, so he's just going to keep himself alive very easily. Imposing Presence once again, actually level 16 here on the Johanna. A bit more common than what we were seeing on the Meridian in the previous game, but they have allowed them to get into this fight, and Tassadar is going to be able to Dimensional Warp away. Likewise, Meridian actually under a lot of pressure, but manages to do big damage over towards here. Zeratul does get Divine Shield, though. They killed off the Sylvanas in the back lines, and they're trying to get straight onto the Jaina. If they're able to get, they're going to deny a lot of the damage from being done. Her Ice Block is down, and she is going to fall. At the same time, there was just, Zake! Zake from MVP was focusing on to Johanna briefly there, but obviously she has Imposing Presence, so it wasn't doing much, but they got the Malfurion in anyway.
Yeah, and right now, MVP Black, they're pressing forward. They took down 3 heroes. They still have Vala's ultimate, I think, to work with. And they're going to go for a keep. They have time to get it before there's going to be enough resurrections here for Team Braveheart to possibly hold. And behind this, they're going to have 27 gems. They need to pay 65. They've already paid 9. So it's going to take a while for them to collect enough. However, there is a camp to do at the bottom. I guess most of them do need to town portal back home because, well, they don't have any mana right now.
Yeah, they'll just divide themselves up, get those gems turned in, then just go back. And from that point on, that could unlock the hard camp there, technically, for Braveheart. That's probably their best bet. And they are actually checking those bushes as well, throwing down the sentry drones.
MVP Black had a really shaky start, but now they've really picked up, you know. They started winning fights, doing really well for themselves, trading 3 heroes for 1. I don't think they're about to stop anytime soon, Kylars.
No, I don't think so. They have momentum on their side. And this could be another bad fight for them as well. Once again, they do a big chunk of damage there to Tassadar. Wailing arrows come in. They're able to hit 3 of them. They're actually able to do a lot of AoE damage on towards the middle there. But MVP is looking to go straight down towards the bottom. They're able to blow up Jaina very quickly after our ice block had been utilized. Sylvanas goes down as well. Their pinpoint precision and focusing down these damage dealers has been really on point. Tassadar's going to get away, but now it's only up to the 2 tanks at the front who are going to absolutely melt away. Great stuff here by MVP.
Yeah, they keep on getting more and more kills every single time. That's it. What? Okay, no, they caught him. And yeah, I mean, at this point, they might just be able to finish. Look at this. They're going to go for the core. Go straight past the keep. No time to waste. First game was an 11 minutes one. Second game is going to be an 18.
Yeah. They put up a bit more of a fight to Braveheart here, but I can't help but feel that, you know, Black had slightly less of strong an execution here in game number 2 than game number 1. But regardless, it's the victory that matters. And they were able to power through in the later stages with a 2-0 victory. 14 kills, 2-3. Looking good there, MVP Black in the very end.